we're going to talk about are igneous rocks, or fire rocks. Igneous rocks are formed by the cooling of magma. There are two types of igneous rocks. There are intrusive and extrusive. Intrusive igneous rocks are formed when magma cools very slowly below the crust of the earth. Extrusive igneous rocks are formed when magma reaches the surface of the earth and becomes lava and cools very rapidly. An example of an intrusive igneous rock would be granite, and an example of an extrusive igneous rock would be obsidian. Igneous rock can then form into sedimentary rock by weathering, and it can turn into metamorphic rock with intense heat and pressure, and it can remelt back into magma and form a new igneous rock.
The second rock we're going to talk about is sedimentary rocks, are formed when sediment is deposited out of air, ice, wind, gravity, or water flows, carrying particles into suspension. The sediment is often formed when weathering and erosion break down a rock into loose material. So we have weathering and erosion. The type of sediment that is deposited is not only dependent on the sediment that is transported to a place, but also on the environment itself. Sediment rock usually contains very few different major minerals. However, the origin of the minerals in sedimentary rock is often more complex than those in igneous rocks. Sedimentary rocks are the only type of rock that contain fossil fuels and the most common found on Earth's surface. Sedimentary rocks contain important information about the history of the Earth. They contain fossils that preserve the remains of ancient plants and animals. Common sedimentary rocks include chalk and sandstone. Sedimentary rocks can be melted into magma, which cools and then forms igneous rocks. And also sedimentary rocks can be weathered down to form more sedimentary rocks. Sedimentary rocks can also be formed into metamorphic rocks with intense heat and pressure.
Metamorphic rocks are rocks changed from one form to another by intense heat, intense pressure, or by the action of watery hot fluids. Heat, pressure, and the action of hot fluids. Since metamorphic rocks are derived from other rocks, every metamorphic rock has a parent rock, which is a rock type that was metamorphosed. Parent rocks can be any of the three rocks: igneous, sedimentary, or metamorphic. So, igneous rocks can go through intense heat and pressure to form metamorphic rocks. Sedimentary rocks can go through intense heat and pressure to form metamorphic rocks. And previous metamorphic rocks can go through intense heat and pressure again to form new metamorphic rocks.
Go.
Metamorphic rocks can remelt to form magma that will cool to form igneous. It can also be weathered and eroded to form sedimentary rocks. And, of course, like mentioned before, can be put through intense heat and pressure to become metamorphic rocks again.